So starting off when I was really young, my teenage years, I started to develop what I now know is gynecomastia. I think I was maybe 15 or 16 when I first noticed, mainly in my left side, just the development of this lump right under the nipple area. And I went to the doctor, and they explained to me what it was. So that just added on to my list of things that really pushed me to get into the gym and to perfect my body. I also always had really bad acne issues, um, things like that. So uh, I really wanted to do something about the gynecomastia. I mean, and I was 15 and 16 at the time, and I haven't really told very many people this, but that's the funny thing is, I used to think, I would tell myself that if I were able to just get a big enough chest, if I was able to just work out my pecs enough, I would be able to get rid of the gynecomastia. So this is what my adolescent brain was thinking. Um, so, that's just another one of the things on the list of many, many reasons why I started working out in the gym. It obviously didn't work, my method of getting rid of the gynecomastia. So keep in mind, guys, it was mainly my left side that had um, the gynecomastia development, and it started when I was maybe 15 or 16 years old. And I started working out when I was maybe 16 or 17 years old. My first competition, I think I was either 19 or 20. So looking back at the pictures of when I was in my first competition, when you get lean, you really notice the development of the gynecomastia, and it was very strong in my left nipple area. Did not see any development at all in my right. So I went to my first year of competing, and when I first started competing, it was in the NPC. That's just how I started off. The guy who I was working with, who helped me out and prepped me for the show, um, that was just a show that he said to do. That was the show to do. So I started off in NPC. I didn't even know that there were natural shows. So starting off in that arena, um, and showing up with gynecomastia on stage, it's definitely a little bit disheartening. Um, a lot of people have something to say about it. Over the years, there's always been a lot of fingers pointed as to what it came from, and obviously accusations of drug use. Those who know me know I'm a lifetime natural bodybuilder, so I don't waste much time arguing the fact. I know that people who educate themselves on what gynecomastia is will know the difference, and will know that I obviously did not get it as a side effect of drug use. More so, I got it from just the hormone imbalances from when I was going through my teenage years. So, again, anybody who educates themselves will know that gynecomastia does not equal steroid use. So, growing up, you kind of just shrug it off. You start competing and you just shrug it off. And I did my first natural show in 2012, I think, the INBA Silver Black, and I won the novice overall and the best poser in that show. I feel like that was one of my best showings. I felt like I did great. I felt like I looked all right. But again, I mean, through all these years of competing, the gynecomastia was noticeable. And then when you step into the natural bodybuilding scene, where people expect you to not have it, and if you do have it, it's just a sign of drug use. I wouldn't say difficult, because again, I have no problem with people who want to point fingers. They're allowed to. Go ahead, point fingers. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. But more so, it would just, I didn't like the look of it. And I think that's why we all go to the gym. You look in the mirror and you see work that needs to be done. And yes, you see the how far you've come. You see all the progress you've made. But you always look in the mirror and you see, your weak areas and what you need to work on. And so something like that, like gynecomastia, I feel like I had no control over. I felt like no matter how hard I worked out, no matter what I did, how good my diet was, um, I felt like I wouldn't be able to get rid of it. Um, it was a similar thing to when I had my, my acne flare-ups really bad, and I took Accutane for that. That's a completely different tangent, but um, some of these things you have to really, if you want something done about it, you have to take action and do it. So I'd say after my last competitive season, so 2012, after the INVA Silver Black, after the NPC San Francisco show, I decided, okay, I was going to take an off season. Before that, I had been competing at least once a year, and so the off season wasn't long enough. Maybe 6 months gaining weight and then dieting after that. It just wasn't enough. So I decided after that show, okay, I was going to make some progress in the off season, and finally got the courage, I guess, to take the next step into getting rid of the gynecomastia. So my fiance, Happy, she really knew it bugged me. We'd go on vacation and you go to the beach, you take your shirt off, and it's there. You can't hide from it. Everyone will see it. And even if they don't see it, I guess more importantly, I notice it and it bugs me. So I decided, okay, let's look into different ways of getting rid of it. And again, Happy really pushed me to make it happen.